You scream! You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you. Large deciduous The wyvern has no place. There's something. You are so exhausted. You already have. The staff feels warm and almost.
This I must first.
You find yourself.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish. A squeaky voice from beyond the door says, A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry."
Did I tell you about the time there was this guy walking into an inn with this big necrotor following him? He goes up to the innkeeper and asks for some stew to eat. The innkeeper looks nervously at the necrotor and asks the man what his pet will eat. And the guy replies, "Anyone he wants." Not bad, eh?
You hand the gnome the good humor bar.
What's this? You trying the old hot pepper bar on me? Hey, I'm the professional, kid. Don't try this at home. Not on a gnome, anyway. Hey, it looks good, though.
He eats the good humor bar.
Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Hey, I feel funny. I mean, really funny. What was that thing?
You tell the gnome about Baba Yaga and the good humor bar.
Thanks. Thanks, pal. Guess this yuck's on me. This jester just can't thank you too much. You're my hero, Nero. My main man, Stan. Well, now that I'm back in the funny business, it's one more show and I'm back on the road. I'm gonna show these yokels that he who laughs last just didn't get it. Do you know why gnome jokes are so short? So that they won't go over the dwarves' heads. There's no point in telling a dwarf a joke with a double meaning. He won't get either one. Judging from the expression, what you don't know can't hurt you, dwarves are practically invulnerable. Of course, far be it from me to say that all dwarves are just plain dumb. Most are pretty greedy, too. Dwarves get their money the horde way. They won't even spend the time of day. Dwarves don't care how people treat them, as long as they do. Of course, you know what you got when the singing dragon fell into the dwarf mine. A flat miner. And on that note, let's change the subject. A flying rumor never has any trouble making a landing. I heard that the shopkeeper's husband left her because she was such a scold. She was a person who was quick on the floor. When she wanted his opinion, she gave it to him. You know what they say about humor? If you don't got it, you won't get it. And if you don't get it, I'm sure someone will try to explain it at great length. I am so happy that it reminds me of the time Dimlit the dwarf came across a magic ring in the bazaar in Shapir. He rubbed it, and lo and behold, out comes a genie. I will grant you 3 wishes, said the genie. Well, for my first wish, I want a place that's always filled with gold, says Dimlit. So shall it be done, said the genie. There before Dimlit appeared a purse. He turned it over, and a pile of gold spilled out on the desert sand. Again and again he turned it over, and more gold covered the ground. Master, you do have 2 more wishes left, said the genie. Oh, that's right, said the dwarf. Well, give me 2 more of these. Let me tell you, I'm every bit as happy as Dimlit was. So you got by with a pie, aye? My. Always knew the way to Baba's heart was through her stomach. Probably someone she ate. You know what they say about cannibals? Always having a few friends over for dinner. Some people spread happiness wherever they go. Others, whenever they go. Fortunately, you are the former. If you was the latter, you'd probably have a few rungs missing. Before you blow, Joe, I figure I owe you one. I'm gonna let you in on a secret only we gnomes know. I'm gonna tell you the ultimate joke. Don't wince, Vince. This is straight, mate. You tell this one, and whoever hears it is gonna laugh. Really laugh. Can't help it, can't stop it kind of laugh. Only works once, and should only be used in last resorts, Mort. It's the last laugh, so to speak. The best jest to the West. Yours for the telling.
The gnome tells you a rather silly joke. You find yourself laughing despite yourself.
See what I mean, Gene? Tell this joke to a big bad dude that's out to do you in, then exit while he's laughing. Use it or lose it. Bye-bye, birdie!
Ornamental plates seem to be the fashionable decoration. You unlock them. Ah, you feel much better now. After some rest. After some rest, you Ah. After some rest, after some rest, you drink some warm water. After some rest, ah. After some after some
Still,
this is a little. You pick up 2 of the metal weight. Your legs are too stiff. After some. Your legs are too. Which book? Which book? You read through the book. You study this book. As you scan through, there are a series of you could. Your legs are. After some rest. After some. There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand. The door is locked. You hear movement. After a few minutes, you hear.
So you're back. No, it's your front. Take a seat. No, take 2. They're small. I got a joke just for you, so don't look so sheepish. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all you others. I'd like to say how glad I am to be here. I'd like to say it. Seriously, folks, staying at the Hotel Mordavia has been like staying at a resort. A last resort. My room is so small, the mice are hunchbacked. I couldn't even complain about the room service. There wasn't any to complain about. And the innkeeper's wife really went out of her way to make me feel at home. She ignored me completely. I wasn't feeling well, so I went out to visit the local doctor. You know, Dr. Cranium. He's the guy with the 3 pairs of glasses, one for nearsightedness, one for farsightedness, and one to look for the other 2. I said to the doctor, my heart keeps making a strange noise. It keeps going tick, tick, tick. Aha, said Dr. Cranium. We have ways of making you talk. Next, I went to visit the local store. If you don't know what's up, then you haven't seen their prices lately. And the shopkeeper, what a gossip. She suffers from acute indiscretion. I dislike repeating gossip, but what else can you do with it? And boy, oh boy, the monster's in this place. If I ever come face to face with a revenant, I know what steps I'd take. Long ones. What would I do if ever I saw a necrotor? Hope it didn't see me. Actually, folks, I'm up here for a good reason. A jester's ambition is to be healthy, wealthy, and wisecracking. If it weren't for my friend the hero over there, I couldn't make a hyena laugh. So, when you've lost your wit, broken your funny bone, and none of your puns are fun, it helps to have a hero handy. You know, that reminds me very little of the story about the gravedigger who was so bored he buried himself in his work. You know, I could tell you some more jokes, but you'd only laugh at them. So long and be good. If you can't be good, then be careful.
The gnome takes a deep bow and gets down off the stage. That's funny, you always thought he got down off a duck. Ha! The townspeople explode into spontaneous applause.
Keep smiling. It makes people wonder what you've been up to. So, was that funny, or are you just keeping your mouth shut? In another minute, I'm gonna say my bye-bye and fly. I'm going south for the winter, down where the nights are balmy, and so am I. Heading for Silmaria, land of winter waterland, where there's no snow nor cold wind to blow. Up here, the winter is so cold, even the wind howls about it. Did you hear the one about the dwarf who is so dumb, he always stops to think and then forgets to start again? Everything that's said to him goes in one ear and out the other. There's nothing there to block traffic. I can tell dwarf jokes all day, mainly because there are none around to stop me.
It's good to have my wit about me again. Nothing worse than someone who can't take a joke or one that tries to tell one and can't. Before you helped me, when I told a joke, people always clapped their hands. Unfortunately, it was always over their ears. Now, whenever I tell a joke, I get carried away. So I'm leaving before they ride me out of town on a nail. A short joke there.
The gnome was very odd and said very strange things. Yet Mr. Bones was very funny this time, and I enjoyed listening to him. There will be no more entertainment acts at this hotel. Understood? At least not until a new, funny entertainment arrives. I think I am sorry to see the strange gnome leave. It was odd being able to laugh again, if only for just a moment. You know, he wasn't such a bad person once you got to know him.
Yeah, except for that drooling problem, we'd welcome him in Moldavia if he ever came back.
I still wouldn't let him marry my daughter, though.
You don't have a daughter.
Well, that might constitute a major obstacle to marrying her.
Gentlemen, I was dangerously close to being amused this evening.
I'll tell you, I had a great time, a great time!
Laughed so hard I almost lost my lunch.
Now that was an evening of, thank goodness, rare entertainment.
I was okay. I laughed till I stopped.
I'm telling you guys, it was boffo. I even got some of the jokes.
Your voice is lost in the noise of the crowd. You unlock the door.
Well, it's so long, it's been nice to know you. I like you. I have no taste, but I like you. If you ever make it to Silmaria, look me up. I never forget a friend, especially if he owes me money. But seeing as how it's me that owes you one, I'd better get while the going's good. See ya! Don't take any wooden kopecks! So, everyone, I'll leave you with this story. A man runs up to his doctor and says, "Doc, you gotta help me. I keep thinking I'm a goat." The doctor asked, "How long have you had this delusion?" The guy replied, "Ever since I was a kid." Ba-da-boom. That just goes to show ya I'm one bad dude. It's been sheer pleasure here, but I'm gonna take it on the lam and just bleed it. Be seeing you.
After some rest, tonight for your dining pleasure, it is the traditional Moldavian chicken paprikash, delicately seasoned with locally grown paprika and garlic. You unlock the door to your room and go in. After some rest, you unlock. Unfortunately, after some rest, you're getting you have the feeling you are being watched.
In where I am living, in Domovoy am I, luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad. Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Mordavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic. Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk. Domovoy am I, Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch, protect the inn. Do I? By big people, Domovoy not seen. You stranger are, maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do, speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help. Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out.
You unlock the... You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
Yeah, except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat.
It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Yeah, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
Hold it, Slick. Don't you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf.
Yeah, when he's sunbathing at night, you know? It's the full moon that does it.
Listen, the werewolf eats children, which don't make him all bad.
Igor was not a child.
Hey, Yuri's daughter was eaten by one, huh?
No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten.
What else could have happened? I mean, we have the werewolf that...
It'll break out of your little trick-or-treat jail and eat us all.
Hans, not one word about Tanya eaten by a werewolf will you make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you suit yourself, pal. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf! The gravedigger's missing!
I mean, we looked everywhere. He's usually under my wife's bed.
We even tried to talk to that quack Dr. Cranium.
That ridiculous doorbell!
At first, we thought he might be lost.
Then we found the gypsy.
The gypsy did it. He toasted Igor.
Yeah, and then he ate him. Check his breath. It smells like Igor.
Poor Igor.
I'm telling you, gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, gypsies are all tramps and thieves.
Gypsies cannot be trusted.
I think we're fixing to have one less gypsy around here.
A gypsy was found right outside the town gates. We brought him here for questioning.
Why don't you have a bake sale, pal, and send away for a clue? Everyone knows that gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, little Igor was somebody's Big Mac, and you want us to just go home?
That werewolf is a danger to us all. Think of our families and our mistresses.
Do you think I would endanger the town by allowing him to escape? The gypsy is securely locked up. He will not get away. Werewolves are mere peasant tales.
You want to see a peasant tale, pal? Look, we all know that werewolves are real.
Yeah, I saw the movie. They turn into wolves by the full moon.
They are harmed only by silver in wolf form.
They're allergic to wolfsbane.
There's a poem about it, okay? Even a man who's pure in heart.
And says his prayers by night.
Enough! Enough! It is all hearsay and speculation.
May become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the autumn moon is bright.
Or so the charming legend says.
The gravedigger was missing last night.
And we matriculated on down to the cemetery to search, see?
Yeah, but we didn't have far to go. Just outside town, we caught ourselves a werewolf.
Yeah, but we found no trace of poor old Igor.
Enough! Igor is missing. We do not know what happened to him. It is none of your...
Perfect. The gravedigger Igor's been killed.
And we captured a werewolf.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Go home. Just go home, all of you. You do not know the truth yet.
We're gonna make the little gypsy tell the truth, don't you worry.
Yeah, let's see how much lying he does after we take his teeth out by hand.
Dmitri, dude, listen,
No, you listen, all of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please. The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor. It will take more than talk to set the gypsy free.
The gypsy looks at you with disdain. The gypsy spit. The gypsy. You tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone.
That did.
It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him. Calm down, everyone. Give me a little more time.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
And 12 make 22. This killer plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude. Riddles, riddles, 3, 2, 1. Next one, and my riddling's done. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oops! Hi there. 5 from 15 leaves you 10. Find the heart scroll in its den. Its hidden hoard revealed at night. What's this undead? You must fight. I'm almost out of riddles. I'll ask you nothing more, but come back in a while just to see what I've in store.
Gotcha!
Leashy, riddle's done. Thank you much for all the fun.
You take a drink of the cool water. It tastes like wild strawberry. After you hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below.
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave!
This headstone does not have an epitaph, yet. How about that old one? Death is just nature's way of telling you to slow down. This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains." Great Scott, that rotting corpse sure gave you a fright. Fortunately, it was just a dead body, not some sort of horrible undead creature. Those only come out at night. It is deathly silent beyond the door. You need to practice some more. The door is securely locked and feels very solid. You examine the door closely. It's massive and well made. A large lock secures the door. Above the door is an intricate crest with the single word, Borgov, above it.
The gypsy is gone. Welcome back. I suppose you've heard all the latest news by now. The gypsy is no longer my prisoner. Good riddance. I would not have enjoyed burning him at the stake. The townspeople are foolish sometimes. They want easy answers instead of difficult solutions. I'm just glad this whole thing is over. I hope this is the last of people disappearing mysteriously around here.
That...
Farewell, and thank you for helping, Igor. I did not believe the gypsy was guilty, and I did not want to burn him at the stake.
You have a strong warning sensation. It is definitely dangerous to be here right now. My, what sharp teeth. You tell the wolves to stay calm. They don't seem particularly less agitated. The response is... You slew? You are surrounded.
That didn't... That...
You have a strange...
Hi again. I'd hoped you'd come back. It gets lonely here with no one to talk to but the fish. You know, we'd better not touch. I'd have to drag you to your death, and I really don't want to do that. You've been kind to me, and I like you. You sure have been a lot of places. The only place I've been besides the lake is a swamp, and that's not exactly a tourist attraction. I may have been places while I was alive, but I can't remember back that far. Mermaid? What do I know of mermaids? I'm a Rusalka. You do realize I'm undead, don't you? I mean, it's not like I have a life here. I live, well, maybe not live exactly, but I do reside here. It's a nice lake, but as a recreation area, it leaves something to be desired. The only boats around here are sitting at the bottom. Fishing tends to catch the fishermen. The swimming's pretty good if you don't mind drowning. All in all, it's not an ideal vacation spot. I swim a lot and comb my hair and look for people to drag to their deaths. It's not exactly a busy schedule. The swamp to the southeast is a very scary place. I swam there once out of curiosity. I was combing the weed and goo from my hair for weeks afterwards. The will-o'-the-wisps were friendly enough, but those grasping arms, ugh. Weirdest of all were the creatures standing guard near some sort of tomb. Well, I'm not going back to that swamp for anything. The swamp to the southeast, the will-o'-the-wisps are the souls of lost children. They play around the swamp at night. They look like little sparkles of light. Watch it, though. They love to play hide-and-go-seek in the swamp, and most people who try to follow them there don't return. I call it a tomb, but it was more like some sort of pillar. It felt magical and very, very cold, even to me. I stay as far away from it as I can. Scary. The guards near the tomb were really weird. They looked like they had been human once. Now I don't know what they are. Well, they aren't dead or undead, as far as I can tell. Just awful. The grasping arms will try to drag anyone into the swamp. Now, they can't get you if you stick to the grassy areas, but I don't recommend you go visiting there. Welcome back. You seem to be finding your way nicely in Mordavia. It was great talking to you again. Come back soon.
After some rest. After some rest. After some. As you start to glide, you realize the only way to get back. You sense terrible danger. You sense that your magic is weakening. You need to return to shore quickly before it is gone. You can't do anything. After some rest, you feel better. You can't do anything with the monolith as long as the Chinoob. After some rest, you don't have any rations. After some rest. After some rest, you feel. After some rest. This is not a good place. This is not a good. This is not. You don't have enough. You don't. You don't have. The Dark One sign clicks into the depression in the stone. You find that you can now turn the sign like a dial. Finally, you feel the Dark One's sign settle. You pull on it, opening the tomb, and retrieve a damp but readable scroll from its depths. It is the Dark One's bone ritual. You retrieve the Dark One's sign from the monolith. After some rest, you feel. Either that hillock is too far away, or you need a little more practice with acrobatics before you can get around the swamp with this skill. Either that hillock is too far. You sense that your That didn't do it. Doesn't it? You sense that your magic is weakening. You carefully place some of the candy on the ground. You capture a When you bring the will-o-wisp near... When you bring the will... When you touch the Dark One's sign to its image on the squid stone, the sign locks it. As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep. Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign. You release the will-o-wisps back into the swamp. You feel a You feel You feel You float gently in this ocean of harmony. You remember the happiness of being here before this. Now there is greater joy. You are not alone. You are filled with the warmth of friendship. You share your hopes, your dreams, all the best moments of your life, knowing that here is someone who understands and cares about you. You reach out to touch your friend, but there is no one there. You are all alone. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you. The bush... no. As you repeat the magic phrase... Oh! Every...
Well, I never knew.
You feel a sense of weariness and more than a little hunger. Baba Yaga speaks out loud.
That's so true. Glue his shoes.
You find your feet stuck again to the floor.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for Hero. Well, it is true that Gru Goo makes a lovely sauce for ice cream sundaes. So what do you want for this, Cookie?
You ask for a magical spell.
Magic? Let me think. What have I got that won't let you get me? I suppose you want something other than the spell to cause warts.
You nod your head.
Oh, all right, all right. Here's a spell scroll to teach you the hide spell. I use it all the time, as you can plainly see.
You read the scroll. As it vanishes, the spell remains in your memory.
Hero near, out of here.
Can I help you out? Which way did you come in?
You have to stand still. You have a strong warning sensation. You're really getting hungry.
The werewolf threat has ended. Since you have found and rescued Igor, I have released our gypsy prisoner. It seems he was not a werewolf after all. All the peasant fears were for nothing.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish.
The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
I suppose you heard that the gypsy didn't kill Igor after all. Dmitri has set the gypsy free. No good will come of it. You mark my words. The man was clearly a werewolf.
You tell Olga that the gatekeeper's name is Boris Stovich and ask if they're related.
Aha! So that's where the so-and-so went. Huh. Tell him he's a rotten no goodnik.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing in Moldavia.
And be sure and keep me... As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
I just wanted to thank you for saving me. Not many people would try to help a gypsy. Particularly when everyone thinks that they are werewolves. Gypsies are not werewolves. You cannot believe the lies of the townsfolk. Visit our camp to the east sometime, and we will welcome you as only the gypsies can. Gypsies are not werewolves, but we are shape-changers. I hope to see you again sometime. Farewell! Greetings and welcome to our camp. You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now, I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, You are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life. You also entered fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies owe you for our Davy, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller. I will teach you a spell. It will protect you against the dead that rise again. I think you will find this most useful in your questings.
Gypsy fortune teller touches your head briefly. Magic flows through you. Now you know the aura spell.
Now, let us learn more of you. Why have you come here, and what do you seek? Oh my, for an outsider, you are most polite.
You tell about how you got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is best not to speak of that cave. Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose. Most interesting.
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south, but the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier. There are many legends about that ogress. We gypsies avoid her when we can. She is dangerous to enemies, and she takes offense easily. She has her hut to the south. There is some sort of magic hiding the pathway there. Her only weakness is her love of food. Be careful if you need to approach her. The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit. Our legends tell of the way to free the spirit of one who was murdered. First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom 3 times upon the murderer's grave, and he will come forth. This act can be very dangerous. Now, if the ghost of the murderer rises, it will attack you. So you must be ready to destroy it. The last thing you must do is to give the spirit that which she truly desires. Then, at last, her spirit will be freed, and she will rest. I have been gifted by true sight and foreknowledge. These are gifts with knife edges. Oh, I have seen my own death, and knew my true love's death the day I met him. Still, it is most useful. I will read your fortune in the cards, if you wish. You have only to cross my palm with silver. So much for the legends about werewolves, huh? Or at least a coin of value. But I warn you, no future is fixed. What the cards show of the future can happen, but only if you take the actions to create this future.
And it is not easy to determine what those actions are, dear. Such is life. This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical ways. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well.
Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted,
and there are many dangers around you. Oh, there are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels.
There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters. There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters.
Creatures of the night, shapeshifters, skin changers. We are man or beast by our own will, to run on four legs, to howl at the moon, to chase the terrified prey through the hills. This is what it is to be truly alive. Oh, the legend of the werewolf is but a folk tale. We change our shape when we choose, not because the moon is in some silly phase. We are the beast with the mind of a man, and a man with the mind of a beast. It is not normally our way to speak so freely to outsiders. So why do I say so much to you? Because you need to know we are not your enemies. You have too many questions that cannot be answered, and your ignorance may be your doom. There is much to you. Your actions to come will affect us all. Do not doubt it. Therefore, I will speak honestly and openly on what I can. Now, I can see by your eyes that our future is linked to you, for weal or woe.
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you, Gorgios.
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
You may call...
We gypsies are not werewolves. We are shape-shifters. We take on the form of wolves for hunting. You can call me Davy. Names are very important. Davy is my name to outsiders. I also have a gypsy name and a true name. True names are not given lightly. Gypsies never ask others for their names. Never say your true name. Never speak the true name of another. To say another's true name aloud gives you power over him, if you are indeed more powerful. Otherwise, it gives him power over you. We are roving traders. Our home is our wagon and campfire. We would have left this valley long ago if the flooding had not washed away the road and filled the mountain pass with swamp. The road from the town used to lead to the pass to the southwest. That was the only way in and out of this valley. The swamp is an ill place, and we gypsies stay far from it. I was borrowing some corn from the cornstalks outside the town when the burgomeister and some townsmen came from the gate. I moved behind the corn stalks to stay out of their way. They looked to be heading to the graveyard. Then one of them pointed at me and shouted, and suddenly they all grabbed me. I had no chance to run. I had no idea what was going on. I knew gypsies were disliked in the village, but I did not know we were so feared.
Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card. The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is the Knight of Swords. This card represents a person who is courageous and skilled. This is one who holds the ideal of chivalry and goodness, one who is willing to face death gladly, to uphold what he knows is right and true. This card clearly represents you, and therefore this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past which is relevant to the here and now. Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past. This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual. The Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present. This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card that we may learn more of this person. The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who'll bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge, for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence. Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person. The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future. The Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her. The Moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends, or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim, or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you. The Void. About this card I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
You say goodbye.
You weary of talk? Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Come, is she not beautiful? Why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep. There's something You have a strange, disquieting...
Hello. Have you learned anything while you were gone?
To tell the Rosalka her true name.
Elissa. Yes, that was my name. I'm starting to remember things now. I was going to be married. My fiancé and I came down to the lake for an evening swim. We were skinny dipping, actually. And then he wanted to, well, you know, but I wouldn't. So he drowned me. He always did have a low frustration point. That's how I became a Rusalka.
It doesn't say.
I'm kind of frightened. I've been undead so long I don't know what it's like to be really dead. I guess I'm going to find out. You want some of my hair? Sure. Here, I've got plenty of it. How do you think I'd look with short hair? You know, I can't even remember the jerk's name. Just as well we didn't get married. I guess I've been skinny dipping ever since. Care to join me? You're going to sweep the grave of my fiancé with my hair in a broom? Won't that make him mad or something? You'd better be careful. He had a nasty temper, remember? Please, be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you because you're trying to help me, you know.
Good day, and good to see you again. Good to see you.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish.
Igor very glad not to still be in grave. You Igor's friend now, huh? Igor not give crypt key to strangers. You not stranger. Igor give crypt key to you. Oh, reports of Igor's demise greatly exaggerated. Grave accident? Little graveyard humor there. That good one. I like it. Igor carve headstone near grave. Igor fall in grave. Gravestone fall on grave. Igor not get out until you get him out of grave. Igor in grave danger. Little graveyard humor there. Staff been in town long time. Dimitri's grandfather brought staff to town. Oh, people say Doctor mad. Doctor not mad. Doctor just crazy. Oh, people not like gypsies. People think gypsies steal things. People think gypsies eat people. People think gypsies not normal like Igor.
This is a little too easy. You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put... Your legs are too... After some rest, you feel better. After some rest... Your legs are too... After some rest, you feel... Your legs are too... After some... There's only a certain amount of punishment. You get a fine meal of roast duckling a la garlic. You unlock the door to... After some rest, you feel better. After some rest. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
So Dimitri says the gypsy didn't really kill Igor after all. Then there's that one about the Easter bunny.
Wait, you didn't hear? Oh, that foolish gravedigger fell into a grave, and he was trapped by his own gravestone. He's dumber than a styrofoam cup.
Right. It's just lucky for Igor the stranger happened to wander by before he starved to death.
You are all fortunate that the stranger rescued Igor. You would have burned an innocent man. Well, I still think the gypsy's a werewolf.
You unlock the door. After some rest, you feel better. You unlock. after some rest, you feel you're getting. You notice the domovoi is watching you from its usual place.
You help Domovoi, Domovoi help you. Not far from inn bad place is. Very bad place. For sure bad place door tried to kill you. Magic symbol you need. Magic symbol on door will open. In bad place Domovoi is. Domovoi not alive. Domovoi not dead. Domovoi very dry. Domovoi you help. More help I give you. See you I will again after you help Domovoi. Castle bad place. Nobody alive there but monsters. Very dangerous to go there. Someday you go there. Not go there now. Need to be very strong, smart, and powerful. Need to know many things. Not yet, not now. Too dangerous. You die, and no more hero for Mordavia. Soon, no Mordavia. Bad things soon happen. Bad things soon come. Very bad thing. Very, very bad thing. Great big bad thing. Need powerful hero. Need smart hero. Hero help make very, very bad thing come. Hero help make very, very bad thing go. No hero? Then very, very bad thing stay. Very, very bad thing for Mordavia. In castle, many things dead, many things undead. How to really help Tanya, I not know. Staff in town, plenty powerful magic, but not know how to use it. Maybe gypsies know. Talk to gypsies. Yuri very, very sad. Innkeeper Bela very, very sad. Very, very bad thing happen. Not even Domovoi magic can help. Need hero. Need powerful hero. Someday, maybe you be powerful enough. First help me, then I help you.
You unlock the door. It's too dangerous. You'd have to climb over the roof to get out. It's too... It's too dangerous. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. The note reads, "Please meet me tonight outside the town gates. I will be waiting." It's signed, Your friend Katrina.
The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning, especially when everything's laced with garlic.
It
It has been my custom to sometimes go over to the center of the town and sit by the staff, yeah. I fell asleep there the other afternoon, and I had the most wonderful dream. I dreamed my daughter was playing in the flowers, the daffodils, actually. I held her in my arms, and she said that you brought her there. She said you should visit the staff when night falls. And then the dream faded, and I awoke. Oh, it was so good to hold my child again, even if it was only in a dream. Still, you could try to visit the staff some night. The dream could have been important. I often have dreams I can see Tanya again. Oh, I know she must be alive somewhere. I can feel it.
Bella, enough! I am sorry, but Bella cannot accept that our child is dead.
It is you who are wrong, Yuri. You have given up hope.
We will speak of this later, Bella. Why don't you go see what's burning in the kitchen?
Tanya was my beautiful daughter. She was lured away from here one night 2 years ago, and no one has seen her since.
She is gone forever, Bella.
No, I will never believe that. I know someday she will return, and my dreams will come true. My mother used to go to the garden or the staff whenever she was unhappy. She said that the staff always made her feel safe and warm. I have always felt such feelings there as well, I might add. My grandmother used to say that the staff was from the mage Irana, that it was Irana's final gift to Mordavia when she died. I only know that you should visit there at night sometime. Perhaps you will have a pleasant dream there. My grandmother used to tell stories about Irana, how she was part fairy folk and unearthly beautiful, and she brought kindness and magic wherever she went.
Wives' tales.
They were true. Somewhere in the forest lies Irana's garden. My grandmother used to visit there sometimes before the woods got too dangerous to travel in. My grandmother told me how very beautiful the garden was and how it filled her with happiness. Oh, how I wish I could visit there sometime.
No, Bella. It is too dangerous outside the town walls.
I know, Yuri. Still, someday I will go there. You'll see. I'm fine, thank you very much. I just wanted to tell you about my dream because I was certain you would know of such things. You know, dreams have important meanings, right?
Bella, he does not need to listen to such nonsense.
It is for him to decide if it is nonsense or not, Yuri.
You do not need to go looking for trouble. It will always find you. Please take care.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive, happy thanks I give you. Careful you should be here, dangerous berry it is. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the hectopus can react.
I have made substantial progress with my Frankie since your last visit. With the MESS recalibrated, I was able to focus the initial stimulation and have achieved the first traces of independent muscular coordination. See for yourself. It is not often that ordinary people such as yourself have the opportunity to witness true genius. I expect that you are feeling especially honored just now. The MESS is my patented magnetical electrical stimulation system. With it, I am able to re-establish neuron paths through formerly dead tissue. It also can be a good companion on those lonely Friday nights in the lab. I named Frankie after one of my colleagues who did some preliminary research into tissue reanimation. My success in this experiment will make me one of the premier researchers at this year's scientific ball. When we have learned to take a scientific approach to everything in life, we will be well on our way to understanding ourselves. Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Sip it if you get hurt. Here you are.
You ask, Doctor?
Of course.
Could it be? Has Dr. Cranium at last succeeded in the ancient dream of bringing back life to the dead? Or is this just someone who had a little too much to drink at the Mad Doctor's party last night? Better table that idea for now. You regale the Doctor with tales of your exploits in Tana.
Oh, that sounds like a truly awful land. Primitive conditions, almost no science. That apothecary Salim sounds like someone I should meet.
You say goodbye.
Remember to use your powers of observation at all times. I am looking forward to the successful completion of my Frankie experiment. My first attempt was a bush I dug up in the forest garden. The operation was a great success. Unfortunately, the patient died. I hope to correct that minor difficulty in my new experiment.
You do not...
That didn't... You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put 1... Your legs are too... After some... Your legs are too... After some rest... After some rest... You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle. After some rest... After some... You turn the large skeleton key in the crypt door. With a sound like the groaning of an undead spirit, the massive door yawns wide open. You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor. Your danger sense tingles slightly as you enter the dark confines of this crypt. You see a coffin cover bearing a bas-relief sculpture of a knight. It's a figure of the Grim Reaper, harbinger of death. At the base of the statue are the words, "Greet the Reaper." You see a coffin cover bearing a bas-relief sculpture. That didn't. As you shake hands with the Grim Reaper statue, the door at the top of the stairs opens. You quickly make your escape from the deadly crypt. After some rest, you sweep the grave. That didn't do it. That didn't. You sweep the grave clean. That didn't do it. That didn't. That didn't. This gravestone is. Here lies. After some. You are in the dark. Your danger sense. You see a It's a figure of. As you shake. After some rest. After some. After some. After some rest. After. You cast the aura spell. That didn't. After. have destroyed the untrue lover's ghost and avenged the Rusalka's memory. Nice work if you can get it. You feel a chill go through you as the wraith vanishes. Your order has evaporated. You see a raised mound. The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a jewel-studded tiara, 6 gold crowns, 40 kopecks, and a few old bones. You have the sensation of someone watching you. You sense curiosity and no immediate danger.
Hello again. Did you get my note? I hoped I could see and speak with you again. I hope you don't think I am too forward. It's just that I don't meet many new people around here. I love to hear about your adventures. Oh, you've been hurt. Are you sure you should be out wandering? You really need to take care of yourself more. Here, let me see if I can make you feel better. I have a potion of healing right here. I hope it will help you. It is nice to see you again. There are not a lot of heroes around here, you know. Oh, you will make me blush if you keep speaking like that. But I really don't want you to stop. I like listening to you.
You tell Katrina more about yourself. She seems to be hanging on every word.
Oh, you have seen so many places and people. I love listening to your adventures. Oh, I do want to see you again, but I'm afraid my parents will get very angry if they know I've met you. Oh, really, I'm not supposed to be out at the castle grounds. I guess I shouldn't be out at night. It is dangerous, but I do know my way around. It is just that I wanted to see you again. No one is allowed in the castle unless he is invited. Maybe sometime you will get an invitation? I hope so. I really want to get to know you better. I must go. Maybe we can meet again? It's too dangerous for me to come here again. It's so far from the castle. Maybe we could meet by the castle gate some evening. I'll watch for you there. Please, don't mention me to the gatekeeper. I'll get in trouble if anyone finds out I sneak out of the castle. They think it's too dangerous outside the gate. But I need to get out to see you again. Goodbye.
You watch her walk off before you think of doing anything else. You can't open the gates. You're getting some good practice in climbing. You'll need to... You're getting some... You're getting... You're getting... You get... You feel a chill go through you as you... You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead. There's something strange about this bush. You find some... You are in this weird and wonderful place once more. This time you remember all the times you have been here before, and despite the beauty, you are afraid. You listen for the voice. It calls out for you. You feel the darkness surround you, and you remember dying. You are overwhelmed with terror, and you remember running away. Your lungs struggle in the agony of no air, and you remember screaming. You are helpless and hopeless, and you remember the eternal loneliness. With all your remaining strength, you reach out to touch the voice. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you. There's something... I. You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
You did it, didn't you? I felt you getting rid of my ex-fiancé. Now I feel so strange. What's happening to me? What's going to happen next? I told you he was a jerk. Janos the jerk. I remember he even had bad breath. I'm kind of nervous. I don't really want to die, I guess. Still, I don't really want to hang around drowning people. I just don't know what to do or think. You're the hero. You figure out what to do. I trust you. You want to kiss me now? Are you sure about this? I mean, it is unlucky to kiss the undead, you know. You could wind up dead or something.
You reach out to take the once lovely Rusalka in your arms and kiss her goodbye.
You're sweet. You know that? Not many guys would do this for me. It's funny, isn't it? I always wanted to be kissed by a guy like you. Well, if I gotta go, at least I get my wish. Thanks. Let's go, lover boy.
The days are getting cooler.
It's a garlic souffle, Moldavian style. Tell about some of the things you have done.
Perhaps we...
I used to see the domovoi. When I was a child, I'd sneak down from my bedroom in the middle of the night and look for him. He was always hiding somewhere downstairs, and he would laugh. When I found him, he would be hysterical, the domovoi. Now that I'm an adult, I don't see him. But I do know he's still around. Even mine husband has dreams sometimes.
You are always on the go, my friend. Take care.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. After some rest, you... After some rest... After some you unlock the after some rest after some rest after some after some after some after some rest you get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic. You've never seen so many lock.
It is, if you wish.
After some rest, a shiver of cold comes over you.
There is a spirit most foul which haunts the land. It hides in its barrow far south of the graveyard. It guards a dire treasure which will start to summon the darkness and yet banish the darkness forever. Defeat the wraith and claim thy destiny.
The massive gate. The massive gate. You try to climb over the. You feel a chill. You cast the orb. Just gained the Paladin ability to sense the presence of danger. The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a well-crafted sword and 150 gold crowns. As you pick up the sword, you feel a sensation of strength and power. It's magical. You also find a scroll with mysterious letters that seem to writhe and shift under your gaze. At the top is a stylized heart symbol. A few drops of ink under it remind you of dried blood. Your order has tough enough for the challenge. It comes in the form of two slavering necrotors.
Oh, you did come. I was beginning to think I would never see you again. It is so dangerous to wander in Moldavia. I was quite frightened for you. I do know a lot of magic. It has always been a part of my life. Perhaps sometime I can show you some spells you will never find it done. Oh, I would love to kiss you, but I do not think I will just yet. You are far too tempting to resist. Is not this a date? I mean, you did me. I wanted so much just to see and speak with you again. You are very handsome, you know? Please, meet me again. I will be waiting to see you here.
Katrina walks off into the forest to the west and is quickly gone from sight. That didn't do. You're getting some good practice in. You're getting some good. You're getting some good practice in. You are surrounded by warmth and friendship. You reach out to take her hand and smile as she smiles back at you. You hold open your arms, and she flows into them. You embrace one another and share your happiness. You both laugh with joy as you each behold the stranger you have known so long, this friend that you have never met but always cared for, this love that you share for the first time and forever. You kiss the lips of the maid Girana.